hello. How you doing? Good to see you. You guys make it up?
And just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. See then the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got here. We got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not, and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. Still looking up. I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, you heard. I'll share her home. I found a love.
Please rise for the bride.
Forever could never be long enough for me. Feel like I've had long enough with you. Forget the world now, we won't let them see. But there's one thing left to do. Now that the weight has lifted, love has surely shifted my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me. If I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will. Together could never be close enough for me. Feel like I am close enough to you.
Wow, it's really happening. We're gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the joining of two hearts. And in this ceremony today, we will witness the joining of Bradley and Megan in marriage. But before we do, I'd like to take a quick moment to invite you all into this very special place on this very special day and ask for a special blessing over the event. Please bow your head with me while I invite the Creator, our Father, to participate and bless us today. Father, we come before you today excited for the union of Bradley and Megan and humbled to be a part of the day where memories are forever made and love flows freely. Lord, we ask you to bless this perfect day in every way and keep us in your favor as we witness the goodness of love abound. Lord, we lift our hearts upward in hope and expectations of lives fulfilled. We pray this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. You may be seated. Now, on to the main event. If there's anyone present who has just cause why this couple should not be united, shh. Now, who gives this woman to be married?
Here.
Very good. Today we have come together to witness the joining of these two lives. For them, out of the routine of ordinary life, the extraordinary has happened. They met each other, they fell in love, and are finalizing it with the wedding today. Romance is fun, but true love is something far more meaningful. And it is their desire to love each other for life. That is what we are celebrating here today. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is standing together and facing the world. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is a common search for good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right person, it is marrying the right partner. Brad, I, Bradley Relf,
Take you, Megan Cheney, to be my wife, my partner for life, my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you and cry with you. Through the best and the worst. the worst to the difficult and the easy. Whatever may come, I will always be there. As I have given you my hand to hold, so I give you my life to keep. I, Megan Cheney, take you, Bradley Relf, to be my husband, my partner for life, and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you and cry with you. Through the best and the worst. Through the difficult and the easy. Whatever may come, I will always be there. As I have given you my hand to hold, so I give you my life to keep.
Bradley and Megan, I would ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect and remind yourself often of what brought you together today. Give the highest priority to tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your marriage deserves. When frustration and difficulty assail your marriage, as they do to every relationship at one time or another, focus on what still seems right between you, not the only part that seems wrong. This way, when the clouds of trouble hide the sun in your eyes, when you lose sight of it for a moment, you can remember that the sun is still there. And if each of you will take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and happiness. Bradley, will you take Megan to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others, and holding only to her forevermore? And Megan, do you take Bradley to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others, and holding only unto him forevermore? Who has the rings? This ring is a symbol of unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver. For each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken here today.
I, Bradley.
Take thee, Megan.
To be my wife. And to have and to hold. In sickness and in health. For richer or poorer. In joy and sorrow. And I promise my love to you. And with this ring, I take you as my wife. For as long as we both shall live. I, Megan. Take thee, Bradley. To be my husband. To have and to hold. In sickness and in health. For richer or poorer. In joy and sorrow. And I promise my love to you. And with this ring I take you as my husband. For as long as we both shall live.
To make your relationship work, it will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you're here today.
It will take trust to know that in your heart you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged today. By the power vested in me, I now command you, husband and wife. Make this.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you for the very first time, Bradley and Megan Relf.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you.
I think he's past his life, so you have something to say.
My daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law's sister. No.
Paula, there you go.
Everybody, first off, thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody that worked it.
More?
There you go.
There we go. Thank you everybody that came. Thank you everybody that's been hanging out. Everybody that worked this. So Bradley, I don't really know where to start. A lot of good times with him. It could be him grabbing his guitar, freestyling about what we're doing, or explaining conspiracies to me that he's really into, or some of his quirkiness, like rubbing himself in dryer sheets to keep his feet warm. Which I don't think works. But one thing that always sticks out to me is actually when we first kind of met, and a group of us went out to open mics to watch him play guitar and sing. And one time he comes up and says, "Hey, you should come with me on stage. I don't do music. I don't own anything. It's okay." He opens up his trunk. He's got 4 or 5 different things. Here, do this, do that. It's terrible. 2 hours later, we're on stage, and I'm usually uncomfortable in the situation, but for some reason, I'm comfortable. Had a good time, and that's what Brad does. He makes people comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and he always has your back. I've heard that from other people up here, and it shows what kind of person he is. So after that, got to meet family, Ron, Rose, Jesse, and some of his lifelong friends, and you see the kind of love that he has for everybody around him, and the appreciation for everything. And it makes you want to be around him more. And the same thing when he spoke about Megan for the first time. I think he said her name 15 to 20 times in a 5-minute phone call. Megan, Megan, Megan. Next morning he calls me, "Hey, did I tell you about Megan?" He did. And that was the first time I was like, okay, this is real. And I've witnessed Megan and Brad both around our kids, and you two are amazing around them. And we love calling you Brad and Uncle to them. They love you. They don't want to leave when they see you. And I can't express, Megan, how much happiness I see from Brad when he talks about you. And it's, I don't know the words. It is wow. Never thought that in a million years with Brad. And it's great. And you guys are perfect for each other. I'm so glad you found each other. And so with that, if everybody can raise a glass. Here. Brad Megan to bring happiness, humor,
love, commitment, and love you. And congratulations.
Alright, hi everybody. I'm Paula Judici. I'm Megan's big sister. I'm a little nervous. I have to say my heart was pounding. But I am very honored to be here right now, standing up here in support of your marriage. So, I was finishing first grade when Megan was born. I was old enough to remember being picked up at school and taken to the hospital to meet her. I was so excited to finally have a sister. She was my personal living doll and playmate. I subjected her to many of my performances, made her play all the games I invented, and forced her to sit through hours of school, where the only thing I taught her was how to spell her name incorrectly. Megan was my sidekick, riding horses, swimming in the pool at the ranch, floating in Arroyo Seco, and finding new ways to make a mess or injure ourselves at the veterinary hospital. I have watched her grow up into a smart, determined, and loyal person. And I'm grateful to have such a wonderful sister. She just started crying. All right. We were very lucky to grow up surrounded by a family who loved us, unconditionally, and supported us always. So thank you, our family. So, all right, moving on. A few summers ago, Megan told me about a guy she met at the vet clinic where she was working. When she mentioned what a good dog dad he was to his dog Bubbles, I knew there was a chance for a future together. When I heard that Bubbles and Megan's dog Cheney had met and got along, I knew it was true love. From the beginning, Bradley has shown himself to be a loving, caring person and a devoted and attentive partner to Megan. He is a good friend, brother, son, and uncle, and he compliments Megan in so many ways. Also, he tolerates my family's use of dog voices and our tendency to organize our plans around our pets. Some people would run from a family dinner where 4 or more dogs were in attendance, but Bradley leaned in and brought one more. And Derek reminded me today how after only dating for a couple months, Bradley hosted all of us and all our dogs for Thanksgiving dinner, which just to show goes to show how welcoming and wonderful he is. So Bradley, you have felt like a part of our family for a long time now, but I am so happy to officially welcome you as one of us. So. So, now for the cheesy part. Had to go there. Alright, so some of you know that Megan and I have gone backpacking together for the last 5 years. And so I had to make a parallel between marriage and backpacking. So, here's how marriage is like backpacking. You start out fresh, feeling good. You're loaded down with a lot of new gear, and every step feels exciting. You appreciate the beautiful views, and the trail is clear and easy to follow. Then you hit the first hill with switchbacks, lots of switchbacks. And you have to dig deep to keep moving in the right direction. Maybe at the top of the mountain you come to a beautiful place. You get to set down your heavy load, take off your uncomfortable boots and rest. You even get in a few good laughs trying to hang your hair back. Life is good. Or you might hike 17 miles as the crow flies and find your camp small, cramped, and covered in poison oak. But the next day you hit the trail again, and every day is something new. You might have rolling hills, and dappled shade, or you might have blisters, ash, and soot, and spend the entire day hiking uphill in the hot sun carrying 6 pounds of water. Marriage is an adventure. Start every day new, enjoy the blessings you find along the way, and never stop appreciating the person traveling with you. Megan and Bradley, I love you very much, and I wish you a long and happy marriage together.
We say Ayanisa for thank you. Ayanisa, Ayanisa, Ayanisa Bosani for another day. Ayanisa Olelbus, creator, for being here watching over these two. Bring them together because Bradley, and maybe it was Bubbles, picked out Megan and made this happen. I mean, he described it the best. It really, you couldn't see anybody else making you the person you are right now. So, wait a minute. Kot Charlie Andrea, welcome all the good. And Kot Check Call Harper, all the bad, you can go now. And so instead of just the welcome, I'm giving you all of this because all the things that will serve you to will show up at your door. Anything that doesn't need to serve you can go now. So there is a moment in each person's life when you decide to decide. You know what I mean? And this is that moment. You decided. And I've been thinking, okay, what do I say here? Because now I've got this new sibling. And siblings, like we can all relate, even if we didn't have a sibling, we can relate somewhere or some point about how special it is to have siblings and people who act like a brother or act like a sister. And I wouldn't be who I am without my sibling. And so, siblings, we team up, we break down, we learn how to help our parents, we learn how to survive our parents, we learn how to survive each other, and we learn to fight our way through the most uncomfortable puberty moments, and somehow find a way to win the war. Always come out on top. We learn to help each other. We learn how bad it feels to hurt each other. We learn to read each other and then mock each other. And then we learn how to tease each other because that's how we hear each other. So then we grow taller and we grow farther and farther apart and then we find our own significant others. And because of all the experiences we had as siblings, we learn how to teach each other, how to treat each other. So, I'm not going to sing because we're not singing, but I love you, brother, and maybe I couldn't say any words because the way Bradley acts, he doesn't even have to say anything. It's who he is as a person, and I'm honored to bring you in. That's my new sibling. I love you, dear. Thanks. To Bradley and Megan, we can say Bradley.
Very nice, Jesse, very nice. Tim and Phoebe. Tim and Phoebe. All right. Well, you gotta say it on the mic, don't do that.
Friendly family, and we're very
Insert the microphone.
welcome, Bradley.
Yes, yes. We look forward to many years, and
Well, let's not rush into that, but
we wish you well. And we're very proud to have you part of this. And we're glad you changed your name to Cheney.
OG Ron, Liz. I'm Papa. Proud Papa. All right. So
Stand up, Ron.
I can do that. So when Bradley was born, I knew he was my buddy. I still call him my buddy to this day. When I text him every morning, I say, "Hey, buddy, good morning." So, and it was a pleasure and an honor to watch him grow up, toddler, adolescence, into the teenage years, and I can get a few chuckles out of the teenage years now that I wasn't getting back then. But anyway, then he gets into his 20s, he's doing his thing, started a yard maintenance business, which he works very hard at, and is still doing that today. And thank you, Cameron, for turning him on to that. And then along came Megan. And in a short period of time, I knew my son was a little different. What's this? Liz and I would look at each other and say, I think that boy's all grown up. So we just knew. We knew the way they were talking, and you know, it wasn't that Megan was changing Brad, but just broadening his perception of direction. Was that deep? I think that was deep. I wrote that. Okay. Anyway, now they sit here, man and wife. I don't think I'm losing a buddy. I think I'm gaining a buddyette. Is that the way to say it? Okay. All right, Megan. I love you both. Welcome to our side of your family. And to a long and happy life. Don't be afraid to be the first to say I'm sorry. Always be nice and communicate. Okay? Love you. Maury.
Hello, I'm not used to this, but thank you all for coming to this beautiful, joyous day and joining us in the celebration of joy and love. I'm so blessed to be Megan's mother and watch her grow into such a beautiful, strong woman and now a wife. What a joyous day. I love you, Bradley. We're also happy to have you in the family, all of your family. And from the beginning, there was no question. You were the one. So I'd like to make a toast to a house filled with music, love, and laughter.
Kid, she said, kids in the air. Mama Rose.
I'm so happy. Very close. Oh, okay. I'm so happy to see all of you here. It's just amazing how many people love my little boy. And baby Bradley was the best thing that ever came into on Jesse and I's life. He made us complete. And Megan, now you're making him complete. And that makes me filled with more joy than anything I'll ever know that my son found somebody that makes his face look like that. I mean, I never knew that when he asked me where I took Riley to go to the vet, it would turn into this. And I am just
proud of you both. You're on your way to an amazing life. You're both passionate, loving, caring people that are going to knock the socks off the world. You know, we had a little challenges right along the way. You know, the keg in the trunk of the car with the tab. Yeah, that was fun. Oh my goodness. But you know what? Like Ron said, well, we have to laugh about all the escapades of the two guys. So, welcome Megan to our family. We don't even know how mature y'all are. And I love you both. Do you know that?
Beautiful, Mama Rose, beautiful. All right, we're going to open it up for speeches from friends and family. We're going to start over here.
Okay. I have to write this because outside of my new mom hormones, my memory has also left me. But knowing me for 15 years now, like, they all came flooding back today. I can tell you, and many people know this, but when I first met Megan, I was horribly concerned about our future together. We met in August of 2008 before we started our freshman year at Chico State, and I arrived after Megan did. And when I showed up, she had already lined out half of the room, which her half was filled with a ton of kitchenware, rodeo stuff. I was super concerned. I was like, this is gonna be a lot. And then, and her and Paula just popped out of the kitchen, and I didn't know who was who. And later that night, Megan and I went to pizza, and then Lori in a giant poodle showed up. And again, my concerns were not closed. But by the end of that night, we had actually realized we had a ton in common while also not having too much in common. We both learned that we were both Aries, and that we love dogs, and we were both there for animal science. I would later switch. But we also learned we were the most compatible out of the 6 girls in our dorm room. So while I ended up saying, oh no, early on, little did we know, we would soon learn that, again, we were the most compatible, and our friendship would stand the test of time with new college life, crazy roommates, and a lot of life lessons. Megan, you are truly one of the strongest, loving, thoughtful, and most resilient women I know, and I'm so happy to call you one of my best friends. I'm incredibly honored to be a part of celebrating the start of this beautiful chapter. Because we've been many Bradley. I'm so happy that you and Megan met. I actually remember the day she called me when you guys met, and we have both been through each other's relationship lives, and I remember hearing her voice so differently when she talked about you. And to this day, I remember that phone call. And Megan deserves the world, and watching me give her the love that she always gives everyone else truly makes me cry, obviously. So happy that one of my best friends has met her ultimate best friend and life partner. Thank you for being you, Bradley. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness, and I love you guys.
There you go.
It is. Oh, and Gallagher's, okay. My name is Derek. I am Megan's, I used to say older brother, but that doesn't hold true anymore. I'm also here with my wife, Alaire. So we've thought a lot about, obviously, we've all thought a lot about you these past few weeks. One of my first memories of Megan was fighting in the back of a 1994 purple Grand Caravan. Our parents were newly married. I think we were headed up to Yosemite, and Phoebe and Tim could probably tell us better than I could. I don't know what we were fighting about, but at some point I just put on my headphones. I had my first Discman. It was the Space Jam soundtrack. It's a fantastic soundtrack to this day because it still holds true. At the time I was like, who is this girl? Who is she? But as we've grown together, and I think this is the huge part of this, is that I've grown by watching you grow. And that's been a real honor and a privilege to be with you in all of that. And one of those seminal moments was, we might remember the pandemic of a couple of years ago. Over Labor Day weekend, we were hanging out over a little east of here in the Lewiston Whiskey Town area, and Megan said, "Hey, bacon guy." And we're like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And we heard about Bubbles, and we heard, okay, I don't know about this guy. Well, what really changed for me